Wow. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. That's so cool. Oh, it's changed. I just looked at the clock. I was just about to look at the camera, and it was 11:11. Doesn't happen very often, but there you go. So that was the time when I started recording this. 11:11 Cancer. So what are we going to do, my dear Cancerians? We're going to look at past, present, and future energies for you. I'm going to do it with a couple of oracle decks and a tarot deck. I'm using the good old-fashioned Rider-Waite tarot too. Every once in a while I go into an American accent. Why? You know, I do know why. Because I spent a lot of time with some friends who lived in Ohio who had a cottage beside my grandfather's when I was a kid. Actually, after the couple of weeks I started sounding like I was from Ohio. All right, Cancer. Shout out to anyone in Garrettsville, Ohio. The little town of Garrettsville, Ohio. Past, present, and future for Cancer. Pathway of light. So, in the past, you got to the light. You were getting to the light. Are you there now? I wonder. In the past, you were on the path of darkness, coming out of the woods, and you were about to approach the light. I love it because all these butterflies are like leading the way. It's like some sort of a rebirth. So this happened in the past. In the present, you have adjudication. What's going on? You go into court. You are maybe a judge yourself or a lawyer, or something is being decided here. We'll see. You're adjudicating. Somebody's adjudicating for you. Advocating. You have a court date. Maybe you have to pay a fine. I have no idea. Or you're, could be too, I know I get in the comments a lot, like some of you who are dealing with someone like you have a relationship with in some way. It could be a sibling, a parent, a lover, a spouse, that is actually in prison. So there could be something coming up. Maybe it's a parole hearing or something like that that you're dealing with right now. In the future, whoa, you have toil and labor. You got to work it. Honey, what is that? What's going on with this? Back to the workhouses. What the heck? Unexpected income and marriage and imprisonment and coffin. You've had some doozies lately, Cancer. I gotta say, you've had some doozy readings lately. Did you marry? Because this looks like, okay, this looks like marrying somebody, either marrying someone or like connect and then later finding out that they have a lot of money, or you come into a lot of money, and then, but then imprisonment and coffin and message. This is not the best thing. But the coffin and the message indicates that something is ending. Oh God, you have imprisonment and adjudication here. Maybe you've been in a marriage that's like serving a prison sentence. I don't know. A message, but an ending of an imprisonment. It's like a message about the ending of an imprisonment and the marriage of unexpected income. I'm telling you, you are really pulling out a doozy of a reading here. So, in the past, you saw the light. Know what happened. These could be two different aspects of your life, though. Toil and labor, like really having to put some work in here. I don't know. I just gotta say, too, with this even feels like community service. Like, I don't know. Adjudication, and then this. Y'all might need to do some community service. I don't know what you've been up to out there. A decision is made. The decision is you gotta work, honey. Let's see. Or it could be the end of your toil and labor. Okay. The pathway. Nothing is yet set in stone. Whoa. is yet set in stone in the past. So nothing was set in stone. Nothing was in the past solidified. Seeing the light at the end of a tunnel, and nothing was quite solidified here. So there was, I want to say, still some obstacles, still something that needed to be dealt with to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. The adjudication right now, don't let your pride get in the way. I'm just going to say, it feels like something with authority, right? Adjudication, I mean, this is a judge. These are kind of the rules and the laws that we're all bound to here, whether you like them or not. And don't let pride get in your way. There could be some sort of a decision or a ruling that I don't want to, the one part I feel like that it could bother you with is the ego with that. Now, toil and labor in the future. Conclusions are within reach. Okay. So this could be, I feel like in the future, this could be the end to something that's been very long and laborious for you. But there's some sort of decision, or somebody's making a decision that has full power. Honestly, just looking at the world, you know, unless you're living in the woods and you can get away with without being found, we all have to, in some ways, abide by some rules here. But there's something about pride. Pride would really be the only thing that feels uncomfortable about this. Don't let your past hold you back. Meditate and contemplate a time to give rather than take. It's interesting. So we obviously could be dealing with something to do with the past. Well, past events, you know, anything that leads us up to this. We're talking about bringing balance into something here in life. You know, very interesting. There's the pathway of light in the past. But yet, it wasn't set in stone. Because you have adjudication here too, there could be something that wasn't like signed on the dotted line. So many ways this could be coming through. Because the other thing I'm getting to is like maybe you're looking for a home, a new home, and you find the right place, and the offers and everything are going back and forth. And then you sign it back, and let's say you're waiting for the people who currently own the house to sign it back, right? But there's something here, like maybe you go into it thinking, I would never pay that much for a house with red brick, or I don't know, I like red brick, but it just came out because I'm looking at a red brick house. But, you know, it's just, if you don't let your pride get in the way here, there's a conclusion to something that you've been working very hard on. Larry is very restless today. I don't know why. Very restless, a little bit crazy, like something's got him going. I don't know if it's the energy, the planets. Something's got him just restless. Nothing is yet set in stone, and you have the world. So that's interesting. That's kind of like set in stone. The Chariot, the Nine of Wands, right? This is successful conclusions. But then the Chariot is, you know, moving forward, but then the Nine of Wands comes in. So I can see where the toil and labor comes through, because it's something that you're trying to conclude, something that you're trying to get out of the dark, trying to get out of the dark and into the light. And it's like, oh, there it is. And then, oh, it's like you're walking along the path and all of a sudden you realize you couldn't see it because of the little tiny hills in the walkway, the pathway. You get to a spot, whoa, it just drops off. How do I get across there? It's a little bit too wide to jump. That's exactly what that feels like. So, adjudication, don't let pride get in your way. The 5 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This could be feeling, I don't know, either you need to cut something out or somebody's cutting you out of something here. It's business opportunity, a partnership of some sort. It could be romantic, it could be work. But this page is communicating. So there's something maybe perhaps that you're meant to communicate. Don't let your pride get in the way here. Because you have, I don't know, I feel like this has got the energy of right now, it feels a little bit like, and where I'm going with this specifically is because of this card. It's honestly almost like something could be resolved, or in the least, a lot of effort would be eliminated if it wasn't for your ego in some way. Because this has the feeling to me of working hard. I don't want to say not smart, but there is I would never accuse anyone of not being intelligent or not doing something smart for themselves. But this is like doing something the hard way, where you don't need to do it the hard way. But the hard way is coming up because it does feel like it has something to do with our pride, right? Like our pride. This is a way that we self-identify often too, and how we try to protect that. So, I'm not calling y'all out because we all go there. This is just an instant in time where it's coming up here for you. So toil and labor, conclusions are within reach. The 5 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. This is interesting. This is money can't buy happiness. Disappointment, disenchanted. And then here, striving to improve with his 5 of Wands, true to his word, diligent, devoted, growth and service. Oh, you know what? I kind of feel like a little bit too, Cancer. And I get it. I totally get what I'm seeing here for you is, there could be something that you were promised. It might have to do with work. It could have to do with some type of a relationship you have with someone. It feels a little bit, if it's a relationship that you have with someone, somehow there's another authority involved here. So, I mean, it could be a divorce, a separation. It could be, I don't know. It could be dealing with, I'm hearing, actually, this is weird. I'm hearing retirement. So I don't know, maybe this is, I don't know how that's coming in, but that's what I'm hearing. But what I'm trying to say is like a last will or something, like dealing with that on some way here. It's a little bit, okay, what I feel like is you feel like you've been promised something. You feel like you've been promised something, or in some ways, well, it's your logical right to it. But it is feeling a little bit like, a boss or somebody could have promised something to you. And that's not happening, is what I'm getting here. It feels like it's not happening. But honestly, there's something here like where at the end of the day, it is feel like you're taking some sort of an emotional loss. You're feeling like you're not seen in this. You're not seen in it. It does leave you feeling disappointed. And I'm going to say there's been a lot of work put in this. So this is one of those readings, right? People sometimes accuse me, your readings are always positive. Well, depends what's going on. What's at the bottom? The Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. It's like trying to move, trying to do correspondence, but it's stuck. But then it suddenly moves again. And then there is success here. It does have the feeling of like starting again or starting fresh, starting from square one. And that's your success here. There's something, yeah, because I wouldn't be surprised if the Tower comes out with these clarifiers, because there's something here that was built on either a false promise or it was just built on a really shaky foundation to begin with. And the universe is not going to allow that to continuously be built upon here. And it doesn't matter how much work you continue to try to put into this. I feel like you would just continue to be disappointed. It's almost like the inevitable, but you're holding back from the inevitable, from it concluding. I'm picking up a bit of that. I get it sometimes with y'all, because you guys are very devoted, Cancer. Very devoted. And that's a good thing. But sometimes it can take control over you. That's what I'm feeling here. How do we go from like nothing is yet set in stone, like with the conclusion though? I mean, nothing is yet set in stone for you. This really has the feeling of not wanting to walk out into the light. I just finished watching. This is a really good, what's it called? The Haunting of something Manor. There's a few different haunting things out now, and I might not get it right. You know what I'm going to do? It's worth watching. You know, at least I thought it was. I thought it was very fascinating. It takes a while to kind of catch on to what's going on, but once you do, it's a very interesting story. But I'll put it in the comments. I'll pin it to the top of the comments. The name of it was on Netflix. And there is like ghosts and stuff and not wanting to go into the light because there's something in the 3 dimension not wanting to let go of. And you know, that was all about pride too. It was all about pride. And this soul really got lost in like kind of like a purgatory. It was a purgatory. Actually, it became a purgatory at one point for this soul. Trying to get something going here, but it's not. This pathway, the Two of Wands, it does feel like it's calling you. The Two of Wands and the Hermit, like come out into the light. I mean, maybe this is, well, so I'm going to see what adjudication is, because there could be something here that you could want to just continue to work on something internally. You know, I saw another interesting video. It was talking about healing from narcissism. And you can take it or leave it, because I don't know what kind of an expert or not that this guy was. I didn't even look at his credentials. I just briefly watched the video, and I thought it was kind of fascinating, and because I thought there was some truth in it. He was saying that, you know, at some point when you're healing from something, you do need to eventually just step outside of that, because there are something, if you're waiting to be completely 100% healed, most of us are never going to be 100% completely healed from everything that has gone on in our lives. So if you're waiting for that, you're just putting your life on hold. And that's like not walking into the light, what I'm getting here. Not walking into the light, putting your life on hold for something. Yeah, because there's some things that you'll never, and then there's some things that you're not going to heal without having experiences that show you the world is not always what it is, what you have witnessed either. So it was interesting, because there's something going on here about you not wanting to go into the light, but, and I don't mean like to be enlightened, like something new, like this is like, this is over, this is concluded, move forward. But this Nine of Wands is like, no, but that's also in the past. That is also in the past. So maybe you're finally going into the light. Let's see where this goes. That is the past. You wouldn't go into the light. You would put yourself in a purgatory in the past. Adjudication. The Six of Wands, the Magician. Oh, you're currently manifesting success. And I'm not sure what that's about, but you're currently manifesting success. There's the light, but I don't know. In the past, I'm not believing it. Don't let pride get in your way. Currently, don't let pride, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Swords. It's funny, like we have that Ten of Swords, right? Like this person has been given a death blow. Like who they were is gone now, which is also the whole idea of when a soul passes. Like who you were, that is gone now. You can't continue to hang on to that. There was like a denial. There was energy trying to pull this soul into the light, to go beyond there. No. They even at their deathbed refused the last rites and said, I'm not giving anything up. It was really interesting. Something from your past you just need to let go. But I feel like you are, okay? So we're working through this. The clarifiers are showing me that you're getting success. You're winning over this. This honestly too, these two cards combined is like, you know, being down for the count and getting up and brushing yourself off. The Page of Wands, let's look at that. Wow, the Devil and the High Priestess. What is that? I need a little bit more. That is like you, boy, have you been in the dark? Like, and I don't mean like in the dark, boy, you don't know what's going on. I mean, boy, have you been down some dark alleys in life? Have you looked at some dark corners of yourself? Anything else with this Page of Wands, the Devil and the High Priestess? The Seven of Pentacles is how to get yourself out of it. You've gone to some depths here. Wow, you have really gone into some depths. You've gone so deep, you need to be able to come back. Yeah. You've really looked deep. You've probably looked deeper than most people would even imagine going. Oh, there's a little bit too of, with this don't let pride get in your way, is maybe not, there's a seriousness about this energy, is how I would describe it. There's a real seriousness about this energy. The Devil and the High Priestess, and you've been down a path where you weren't ready to go into the light. You denied the light. You put yourself in purgatory. And now it's like you're getting success from something. You're manifesting success. But this don't let pride get in your way almost feels like you've seen things or you've witnessed things that many people haven't. But I want to say with this pride, there's the risk of losing some innocence. Right? Two with the devil and the high priestess and the 7 of Pentacles. Like, how to come up out of this? How to come up out of this? Because, you could see some people doing something that is just, honestly, it's a waste of time, but they're having fun. So in some ways, it's not a waste of time, but it could be like, why waste your time doing that? Do you not know the seriousness and the depths of life and existence? That's how I'm getting that with the pride. It's fascinating. Okay. So toil and labor. Conclusions are within reach. And this too feels like a very dark place. This feels like the energy of something that is run by devil. Like, it just looks like a work camp, a labor camp, a workhouse, where they put the poor or people that have done things that, like, you've been there. This is coming to an end, this toil and labor. The conclusions are within reach. The King of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. There's also something like in the physical here, and there's something about status. There's definitely something about status. This is walking away from something that you maybe can't win in the physical, but your soul will win in the end. And you will find an independence and truth about yourself. This could be stepping out from underneath someone's shadow as well. Getting out from underneath someone else's shadow and shining. The 4 of Cups. The World. The conclusion. Oh my God, I love it. Because whatever this is that you have put yourself into a purgatory, it's showing up here as a purgatory. The purgatory is ending. In the future, like, this conclusion is within reach. Don't be afraid to be silly and fancy free sometimes. Because I'll tell you right now, this honestly looks like the energy of just like, these are the unknown recesses of hell, but they're also governed by the universe, right? And that is an absolute truth. People go on about God and Jesus and Christ energy. Yes, it is all high vibrational, but let's not forget what created it as well. What was allowed it to grow, because there is a need for a balance in yin and yang. Without imprisonment, one cannot feel freedom. Without sorrow, one cannot feel joy. So without imprisonment, one cannot feel freedom. Don't forget the freedom too, right? Which we have here with adjudication. And yes, you're manifesting success out of the toil and labor. Fascinating reading, Cancer. Really fascinating. The 7 of Swords is at the bottom. Oh, and it fell away. And it landed on the devil. And then the reverse, I don't know. I'm going to go do the extended. I have no idea what's going to happen there. I'm going to do the extended. In the extended this week, regardless of what comes out in the YouTube versions, I'm looking at the good stuff. What is the good stuff? What is the good news? What are the good things for you? And that's what I'm doing. So Cancer, you never fail to surprise me with your readings. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.